And welcome to the Baron Break. So I think it cut out, so I had to had to let it happen sometimes. Yes, so complete works of Shakespeare, and yes, 400 years since the very first book of the complete works was published last year, 2023, and you can see the book. In fact, Baron did take a pic of the book in Hartford. There was a museum of Shakespeare, and I was planning to see a Shakespearean play, but that was really not possible. So, I mean, it's pretty extensive stuff, you know. I don't know if anyone really actually reads all this. But just looking at how many plays, I mean, I don't know, does anyone know how many plays there are in total? Or how many works there are? Plays, it looks like, I mean, it could be, I don't know, 100 or something. Oh, maybe not. In fact, there's even some poems. This is interesting. There's even some poems. Yes, there's Hamlet, King Lear, Othello, Macbeth, Julius Caesar, Romeo and Juliet, and The Tempest. No, there's a complete works. But let's just go to the poems, 12, 6, 8. And so, yeah, it's sort of interesting now. What is poetry? Obviously, the minuscule ant is poetry, but what about all the other pieces that Baron writes? I guess you could argue maybe that doesn't come under the category of poetry. It just comes under some form of, I don't know, just creative writing. But what is poetry at the end of the day? Why can't it just be a story? Or why can't it be just Shakespeare? Or why can't it just be fiction? I don't know, a novel or something. I mean, what exactly is poetry is difficult to define. And then what is music? Is the minuscule ant performed by Baron, does that become a piece of music? Oh, come on, it's pretty good. Where are we? 1200... 28. It's quite sure what I'm looking at here. Let's just maybe... Oh, here we go. No, let's just forget about that. Too complicated. Okay, so what's the Baron planning on? What's the Baron scheming in all of this? Yeah, so I was gonna publish a book. I've now got 4 pieces because of the Barty 4 slams. You need 4 pieces. So we started off with the minuscule ant, and then we added the just a coincidence. Then added the is the Davis Cup half empty or half full, and then recently added Mass Matters at KHS 30th reunion. So there's now 4 pieces. You can find on the Barons on the Strategic Games website, strategicgames.com.au, and then go to the Baron Breaks. So if you put together like a nice sort of book, and also maybe just put a profile of Baron and just some of the, you know, the way he sort of came up with all this, and you publish this as a book. You have a market stall, and then you just perform the poetry, or the minuscule ant in particular. You have a gallery of ant exhibits, artifacts, with the flyer, with a banner, I should say, of the minuscule ant. Would the book then sell? Potentially. It just comes down to how much, doesn't it? If it was a couple of dollars, of course, but, you know, could you get it published for, I don't know, $5, and then you sell it for $10? I think it needs to be like a professional kind of, you know, hardcover with a lot of kind of graphics and things. So, yeah, I don't know. How cheap could you actually publish that? Yeah, because, yeah, it's just a supply and demand thing, isn't it, in terms of selling it. But having said that, if Baron is performing the minuscule ant, then people will go, well, you know, oh, what's this? And then I'll just pay whatever. So yeah, it's a difficult thing, but also you're gonna have to pay rental for the market stall as well. But anyway, that's just kind of a long-term thing. Got to go to Byron via Tenterfield, staying at the Peter Allen hotel in a couple of days, or Monday specifically. So Monday, Tuesday, Peter Allen, and talk up the Boy from Oz. There was the musical. Now it was performed by Todd McKenney, wasn't it? The Boy from Oz. It was quite big. It was on at some big theatre, Sydney, a while ago, maybe over 10 years ago. In fact, probably 20 years ago. But yeah, that's right. Because I think Baron did actually see that. And I don't know exactly the story. I don't know the story exactly, but no, I think Peter Allen, he actually grew up here in Tamworth, not in Tenterfield. No, he was born in Armidale, and then I think went to Tenterfield for schooling. Just have to check on that. And then I guess went to Rio to perform. So yeah, I'll just have to check on that. But we'll be talking that in a couple of days or Monday. Staying at the Peter Allen Hotel specifically, and incidentally, this made a post. Yeah, this Christmas tree. It's pretty creepy stuff when you think about it. There is no way that Christmas tree could blow over from the wind. If anything, if the wind blew over, then the whole table would actually blow over. Also, the fact that there were no other trees that blew over in the whole complex, or the white lantern with the ant reference. At the White Lantern motel, no other tree, and also the fact that because it tipped over, it was just so precise. It was so precise the way it kind of landed as well. So the cleaners obviously put it back to the correct configuration, or maybe not. And the plot thickens. No. Yes, it is quite creepy. It was on the 28th of September. It was on the Sabbath, Friday night, Friday night. And of course, 28 being a perfect number. And of course, Ashley Barty is currently aged 28 as well. And at the end of the day, it does kind of look like a Christmas tree, doesn't it? It does. In fact, it makes sense because it is White Lanterns Motel with the ant reference. So I don't know. It's creepy stuff, guys. And we just had Casper in the tree just days ago. I don't know. Casper's probably even still there. So anyway, took a few pics, made a vid. Yeah. And what's next? Well, okay. So tonight might hit the clubs tonight. Saturday night. Tomorrow church. That could be a little bit. And there's also the markets as well. So markets as well, Armidale markets, and then Monday got a tour up Monday, some Aboriginal Cultural Centre, also to UNE. But I did a walk to UNE the other day. I think the art gallery is closed on Mondays. So and then off to a Tenterfield, Peter Allen Hotel, then across to Byron. Now I'm planning some exhibits. In fact, I may be performing the Minuscule Ant at Byron. I made some arts and crafts as well, just using some plates and put a cup as a paint it using various earth-like colours, black, brown, and so on, to look like an ant mound. And also bought that $20 sculpture of a blacksmith of the metal ant. Put that on top of the or something around the year. So there'll be an art piece. We'll put the fly. Maybe attach the fly to a tree. And then perform, I don't know, maybe the whole gig and finish with the Minuscule Ant. So it's kind of a trial. But it is Byron. So yeah. I'll let you guys know. Could actually stream it live as well. Have a stand, so could stream this live. Okay. So maybe we'll just finish with a Shakespearean line. A Shakespearean line from, let's see. There's King Henry. Whoops, this book is just so big it's kind of hard to balance. Let's just go to King Henry the Sixth, because I'm too lazy to look at something which is kind of, too lazy to get to. Maybe not. Maybe we'll get to something. Romeo and Juliet would be good, because everyone's heard of that. The Merchant of Venice. I think everyone's heard of the Merchant of Venice. So maybe we'll go to the Merchant of Venice. It's not kind of... yeah. Well, here we go. A Midsummer's Night Dream, Act 2, Scene 1. A word near Athens. Enter a fairy at one door, and Puck at another. Puck. How now? Spirit. Whither wander you? Fay. Over hill. Over dale. Through bush. Thoroughbrea. Over park. Over pile. Through flood. Thoroughfire. etc. no one knows what you're talking about, Baron. Well, anyway, it's all there. So maybe we'll leave it there. And that was the Baron Breaks. Ooh.